Happening this Thursday near Pennsylvania and North Avenues, just across the street from the Penn North Recovery Center, where nurse practitioner Josie Dantzler was sitting.
That's probably the third or fourth person I've helped in the last 30 to 40 minutes. People are just passing out.
In West Baltimore, 25 people were hospitalized for overdose, a mass overdose, West Baltimore. I wonder what they were on. Was it fentanyl? But we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to, after that video where they just mention it and talk about what the 25 people, there's a witness who talks about describes what he's seen. So we're going to get into that as well. So let's jump right into that.
This is breaking news.
Well, this breaking news, at least 25 people are in the hospital tonight after a mass overdose in Baltimore City this morning. It happened near the intersection of Pennsylvania and North Avenues. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Koch, and welcome to WJZ's All Local News at 6. Police say at least 5 of those patients are in critical condition tonight, and the number of victims could increase. Stefan Dingle has been following this story all day. He has the very latest on the investigation.
This intersection is always busy. It's always a lot of people out here, a lot of drug activity.
Just before 9:30 Thursday morning, Baltimore Fire and EMS responded to Pennsylvania and North Avenues for a drug overdose of one person. That quickly turned into a mass overdose of at least 15.
Along North Avenue, along Pensy, both subway platforms, and then kind of off the beaten path down some of the alleys.
If we have teams this way, if we could take some teams.
This mass overdose event brought out community partners, the Mayor's Office of Overdose Response, and concerned neighbors to help find more victims who took the laced drug. People tell WJZ the drug was given out as a tester to victims, and it was called New Jack City.
So you mean to tell me there are people taking new drugs? Oh, well, I'm not surprised there's people taking new drugs. But trying out drugs? They don't know the effects of it. Some people are stupid. Some people are truly stupid. I mean, just trying to be blunt. Got to be blunt about it. Some people are stupid. Now, yes, there are some people who get hooked on it without their knowledge and then just become hooked. But I can't fathom someone coming up to me, hey man, you want to try this new drug? It's called New Jack City. What? What are you talking about? You don't know what the dosage is yet. They don't know anything. I don't understand people, man. But let's keep going into this video.
Some say it was laced with Freon or antifreeze, which can poison people, although officials...
You mean the stuff they put in air conditionings? Freon? Antifreeze? The stuff you put in cars? Yeah, crazy.
Officials have not confirmed.
We don't know what's in the supply, and so for folks to be careful if they're using, to have Narcan available.
And that's one of the reasons that I'm out here trying to uplift the community and help those fight their addictions off.
As advocates handed out Narcan to those chasing their next fix, people like Crystal Drayton handed out information for people to get help. Throughout the day, victims started piling up outside the Enoch Pratt Free Library to get help.
This is very disheartening. I do outreach work in this area every Tuesday and Thursday, and we have harm reduction right down the street. So, it's very sad.
Still going on there. And I think this is an example of us all coming together to collaborate to respond to the needs of the city and address overdose.
Now, yes, that is very good that the city came together and is giving out. But it's crazy you have to give out. Yeah, if you go, whenever you get your next fix, just make sure you got the Narcan next to you, so you can be prepared for if you overdose. I mean, God, I don't know. I don't want to be in a city where this is happening. I'm gonna be honest. Well, maybe it's just happening everywhere. But I don't see people just overdosing on the streets in the city that I am in. I don't. Tell me if that's different for your city. If you see people strung out, tell me about it. Tell me how do you feel about that? What is being done about that in your city? Or are people just giving out Narcan just in case, or whatever they're giving out to, just in case they take too much. I don't.
Sympathy led the way at one of West Baltimore's most notorious intersections, where struggle, illness, and help all exist at the same time with compassion.
Keep pushing. We all have a story. We all go through trials and tribulations.
Now, our last update we got from police was earlier this afternoon, and that was when they told us those 15 patients were hospitalized, 5 of them in critical condition. We are able to report to you tonight new information from the fire department where they say that number has now risen to 20 plus. We'll, of course, continue to keep track of the developments here on the ground. For now, we're in Penn North. I'm Stefan Dingle for WJZ.
And the very latest is the number of 25. Thank you, Stefan. Just last night, the city held the first listening session to decide what it should do with the millions of dollars won in settlements from pharmaceutical companies for their role in the opioid crisis. Dozens of community members joined city leaders to share where they think the money should go. The city plans to hold 3 more listening sessions.
So they got an opioid and drug crisis over in Baltimore. Just a whole crisis. Jesus. Millions of dollars they had to pay. But now I'm like I said, we're gonna go over to one more video about this where a witness is talking about what they saw and describes.
Blocks and blocks taped off, first responders scattered for at least 25 people. They're telling us tonight overdosing in West Baltimore. I spoke to folks out there today. They say they were seeing people drop left and right, collapsing. I myself witnessed 2 people experiencing overdose symptoms while I was out there for just 90 minutes.
You're out there for 90 minutes and you see 2 people dropping because of overdose? Nah, I'm not trying to be there. Not at all.
One of dozens of overdoses happening this Thursday near Pennsylvania and North Avenues, just across the street from the Penn North Recovery Center, where nurse practitioner Josie Dantzler was sitting.
That's probably the third or fourth person.
They actually saw? Hold on, I gotta back that up just a tad bit. That is crazy.
Is happening this Thursday near Pennsylvania and North Avenues, just across the street from the Penn North Recovery Center, where nurse practitioner Josie Dantzler was sitting.
That's probably the third or fourth person I've helped in the last 30 to 40 minutes. People are just passing out from whatever they're overdosing.
I was walking down the street and I hadn't seen his feet sticking out, and I saw him leaning over.
This man yelling for help after seeing another man down on the ground.
I called medic once I seen his eyes in the back of his head.
Never seen anything like that, so yeah, maybe it is a bad batch, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's an epidemic. We deal with this every day, probably not on this high of a, scale, but we go through this every day.
Alongside Josie is the harm.
Now, let me say this. Yes, people trying new drugs are stupid, or I don't believe in. Some of the stuff is crazy out there, but end of the day, like with everything, we gotta pray that they find the strength to kick their addiction. That is the main thing. Let's pray for them to find the strength to kick their addiction. They can move on with their life and become productive members of society. Let's keep going.
Production director for the Penn North Recovery Center, Bernard Nelson. He says they were out there to hand out Narcan and fentanyl testing strips.
I've never seen nothing like this. And I've never seen nothing like this and while doing Narcan. They were foaming from the mouth, some of them.
A surreal scene sparking a large response from harm reduction organizations like the 24-hour Community Peer Project, which works to...
Foaming from the mouth is crazy. Foaming from the mouth? Like rabies foaming from the mouth? That is absolutely wild. And something is wrong.
Link people to services.
33 years in recovery, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything close to this. In 2 hours, we've helped at least 6 people.
Like administer the Narcan?
That's just the Narcan.
The mayor's office says the harm reduction distribution will continue throughout the night.
I don't know the logistics of exactly what happened, but it doesn't make any difference. It happened. And we're here to try to do the best we can about it.
And what a scene that was. Tonight, Baltimore police are reminding folks that individuals can seek medical care without fear of arrest. I'm live tonight outside of BPD headquarters. Tori Yorgi, WBAL TV 11 News.
That is wild. Now tell me, what do you think should happen to the person who was dealing this type of drug? Then they call it New Jack City. That's the name of the drug. If I'm mistaken, tell me in the comments if that's not what they said. But what do you think should happen? I think at least if no one's died, attempted murder at the minimum, and then whatever drug charges that have to come with it. If someone dies, yes, you got to get charged with murder, attempted murder, and just being a terrible human being in general. Coming up with a new drug, trying to get some money, and you mix in Freon, antifreeze, Freon and antifreeze, stuff that needs to be in the car. I remember Boosie said something when he was talking about the fentanyl epidemic or what's happening with fentanyl. And he said he doesn't remember because he used to know crackheads for years. Doing crack all their life. You know, they got that crackhead strength. They out there growing old. But then fentanyl and these new drugs come, take one hit of it and they die or overdose after one hit. Now, I don't agree with doing crack. I don't agree with doing any of that. But stuff is so deadly nowadays. Not just the people are deadly, the young people who have so many guns nowadays, the YNs, but the drugs out there that you don't know what's in them, just taking them because you have an addiction, and they're going to use that addiction against you so they can make money and line their pockets. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.